So to another market update video here at Benefit Central. I'm Benjamin, and today Bitcoin and the S&P charts. But before I get right into the market, please leave a like, drop a comment, and if you can subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. Everybody, honestly, the market has been insane. Honestly, I've been taking a bit of time just to step away from YouTube. We did upload a ton of videos. I did, however, didn't step away from the lives just because for anybody that wants to follow me on any of my trades, I did keep my Telegram and my lives up to date every single day, obviously 24/7 or 25/8. But the market has been reacting very crazy. I did not drop a market update video. If anything, I dropped a lot of advice in my Telegram, my Twitter, my Instagram, my social media, and obviously you could have caught my trades with my YouTube live charts that I end up posting every day. But other than that, realistically, the market has been insane. It has been literally insane. As you can tell, throughout the days that we've been trading, what's been going on realistically is you can't even see them in the days, at least on MetaTrader. It's more realistically in the 4-hour. But as you can tell, obviously, we came up to support around 1650, our 1600, our 1550, and then our 1500, and then 1450. But what was very, very interesting was that we kept battling. Right, we kept battling our, sorry, I just needed to check the price on that, kept battling our prices and supports and resistance. Obviously, first off, we ended up coming, I'll make this bigger for everybody, ended up swinging to our 200 moving average, obviously, right? And then obviously from this triangle that we saw, our ascending triangle, that was getting squeezed with the 200 moving average, we said that it was either going to break bullish because of the pivot, but then we anticipated that it was going to break bearish just because of how every single consolidation has broke towards. And we saw it completely break bearish, however, then immediately reverse right back up to 1650 once again. And then now here we are continuously battling out this 1650 level. Obviously, we've breached it a few times, but we haven't really been too successful as of getting past it. We've gotten to 1670, but we haven't necessarily gone to the next hole, which is a bit interesting. I do like this V recovery. It's honestly the greatest shape. Sometimes people call it a bull or a goat shape. Here are the horns, here's the face, and then the shape right there. Some people call it the upside down finger. There's a lot of names and terms for this, but I do love seeing the V. I'll call it the V. Love seeing the V shape recovery. It just means that this is 100%, or not even 100%, but this is guaranteed bottom right now, as of right now for temporary relief. So we ended up getting that. We did that bullish relief just for a little bit. Honestly, very, very conflicting. It's just indecisive trading as of right now if we want to fall or pump. Honestly, probably with the Ethereum merge that's going on, that's probably the only reason that's pushing us around like this or keeping us afloat. But Powell did speak today. Did come out pretty hawkish as usual. He didn't say anything too great about crypto. He did mention it, so that will be interesting to see. However, diving into just real quick, just to show you guys the daily, just on how much we are recovering to our levels right now. We are, for the daily, we just opened, it's 9:30, the stocks just opened. The market did, at least. Crypto has been running. We did form a W, which I'm about to show you guys, but other than that, realistically on the daily, you can see that we are ranging quite a bit. I mean, from all the way to 1670, all the way back down to 1486, all the way back down to 1650, or up to 1650, all the way back down to 1570, all the way back up to 1650. It's insane. Very indecisive. However, we've caught great trades. Candles don't lie unless there's manipulation, and that you have to be careful for. But however, we've caught great trades, great executed trades, and perfectly timed. We are getting nervous just because we ended up breaking out of this descending channel now, obviously floating this way, that we can still technically break down. There is a higher chance we break up now. I don't like that we have a bearish cross and we're fighting this for bullish momentum. That's just not necessarily the greatest. But we did get a W on the short-term time frame, not the 1 hour, but on the not on the 4-hour, but on the 1 hour. You can see it right here, a W here. If I were to go down into another time frame, you can see it here, attempting to breach this 1650 level once again. It is pretty interesting though, just because it seems like we desperately want to, but just don't have enough volume or momentum. Volume as of right now has picked up, but there is a lot of stuff going on with Ethereum, a lot of indecisiveness just because of its merge. I do strongly believe it's just because of this merge and how strongly it is affecting that. But however, looking at realistically, that was it for Ethereum. There's not a whole lot of stuff. We still do have our RBI for the monthly. but that's getting battled out. We are revisiting and touching our 20 moving average on the weekly. That could have caused us to make a leg down. However, we did try to attempt that and then are coming back up. We didn't touch for 200 moving average for support, which is a blessing and a curse, just because that means that we can, but that also means that we have enough bullish momentum to continue upward. So very interesting stuff right there. But other than that, realistically, we do have the hourly that is attempting to break this triple top or this W formation. I don't like with this leg because this is a W here. It could have been a perfect W there. Came back down to make another W, which is very weird, and then bounce right back up. Very interesting stock market or market behavior right now, honestly. But other than that, realistically, that's going to be it for Ethereum. Just for right now, I'm going to put him back on 15 minutes just so you guys keep an eye on it. Jumping into BTC, Bitcoin, you guys obviously were in a descending channel. These usually rip bullish, obviously with a W as well. Hourly, we're looking pretty good as well. But once again, we're seeing those wicks, not as volatile as Ethereum, but we were seeing those wicks as well, from 18,900 all the way to 19,300. But other than that, looking at the daily, we do have that possible leg back down, unless today we can close pretty bullish, making this a GBI or not a GBI, excuse me, an RBI, leaving this as a doji, red bar ignored. So we'd go blue, red bar ignored, and then blue. But if that doesn't happen to kick in for us, then this will most likely end up fully turning bullish, or we will get that leg down. There's a lot to tell us in this next daily close, which we have a full all the way to 5 to 6 when we get that transition into the next time period. But other than that, realistically, looking at the weekly, we do have that W formation that can form, as well as this doji here can be a pivot and a continuation for us to continue bearish, or that can be a signal, a doji, saying that the trend is done and we are reversing back up. So very interesting here. For the monthly, we did negate that GBI. However, we can continue it as of right now, or we can negate it as well and push up for this RBI for the monthly. Very interesting stuff for the stock markets as of right now. Hourly looks like a GBI is trying to attempt in a bullish cross. So you do just have to be very, very careful with how things are reacting. Do not jump in right away, just because there's a lot of delayed reaction right now. So you do definitely want to just be careful. Like this amazing spike and then now being battled down. Just be very careful with how you are jumping into the markets, because the markets are looking to get everybody. It's not a necessarily safe place to trade right now. Always remember that it's us against them. It's never you're on their side. However, looking at the dollar, obviously, we can see that it is consolidating a bit, obviously closing every gap. So you will see me put a box, usually for gaps, to see that they close them. However, looking right here, we are getting a bullish cross. Hopefully not, but we are getting a bullish cross attempt, as well as a breach of our 200 moving average, which would show us that after this dip and descending channel, we rip and then continue to rip, which is not going to be good, because then dollar will continue up. However, based off of what Powell said, most likely the dollar will continue up. Looking at the hour 4, we just got a bull 180 off of our last 4-hour candle. Let's see how that closes. Our daily has a daily RBI that we can kick in. Unless we stay this low, then it can turn into a GBI. For our weekly, we are getting pretty weak on the candles, not getting very strong candles anymore. So this can be a bear 180. If it can get above or below this and then continue down, then we can see the weekly turn into a bear 180, bringing us back down from those highs of 110 for the dollar. But monthly, we are strong. We are strongly kicking. Another weak candle and great strong rejection, double rejection off that double top. A lot of people were calling off of the $6, almost $8, $9 area. Now we're pushing $10 and above, obviously. But other than that, realistically, we are just really ranging and just watching how these start to form. Obviously, whatever the dollar does, crypto does the opposite too. And as well as the stock market, whatever the stock market does, we do the same too. The sympathy play. So this is the bear 180, excuse me, of an example of what I was talking about for the monthly for the dollar. However, looking at the S&P 500 for the monthly, just to show you guys, we did negate that GBI. However, we do still have a possible continuation or a bull 180 or RBI. Red bar ignored, blue, red bar ignored, blue. Still very possible to break us out of this descending channel. Looking at the weekly, we kind of did break out of it, but now we're back in it. Very interesting. Obviously getting rejected off our 20, or not our 20, but our 50 moving average and our 20, pushing us much lower. However, diving into the daily as of right now, we do have this descending channel that we are in, as well as anticipating a bearish cross. We did get that bull 180 as well as this RBI attempt formation, so we do have to see how we end up curling off this oversold bottom around 30 on the RSI. So we do have to necessarily see how we round off, obviously, off this double bottom as well, or triple bottom, however you want to call it. We are rounding off on that right now. If we fail to go bullish, then we obviously will start to turn back to the downside. However, we can get a good squeeze right here, just the way the indicators are and the way these are setting up as well for the candles. We can get a good squeeze or a few candles to push us back up before at least we head back down. Very interesting stuff in the markets. However, I do still feel like we are headed to the downside, just because of Powell and a few other indicators that are affecting everybody right now. But honestly, for Ethereum, I would just keep close eyes on Ethereum and a few other things, just because, like altcoins, just because we do have that merge, as well as our data reports, as well as a few other events. I believe Cardano or there is another event towards the end of the month that I will be updating you guys on Twitter if you guys can catch that. But other than that, everybody, that was just another quick market update video for you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.